Dream Team's all right with me. Dream Team's all right. Oh, yeah. Oh, you would. I'm right. Coach Destroy. This is Warn Dog.
Yeah, coach of the Warn Dogs.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
This is Calvin.
Look at him. Look at him in your pathetic green vest. You pathetic man. Calvinator.
Yeah, he's coach of the Calvinators, and he's a little bit up and about because...
a little bit?
Well, go on, mate. Tell him. Tell him, mate. Tell him.
I scored, I can't even remember, like 2,000 million hundreds. It was possibly one of the greatest scores ever.
Yeah.
No, well, it was solid.
No, it was solid. It was 2,100 and something.
Yeah,
That's where you should. Everyone should have.
Yeah, I'm ranked about the 5,000-6,000 mark, and I'm just sitting there prime. What about you, D?
I had a bit of a shocker. I was lucky to get away with 20-50. Every 50-50 call I made with my benches, I was on the wrong side of it. Like the Bug, Ellis, Shield, McDonald, and also Kennedy Smith. So that hurt me, obviously, but I was lucky to scrape to 20-50, looking to bounce back.
Well, it's solid with a decent team, and you should be scoring more than that this week.
I'm certainly not panicking and trading just from that.
Some people are.
I know, there's a lot that are.
We'll talk about that
Some
later.
people that are surprised.
All right, what's the next segment?
It's
here we go.
called Green Vest.
It's called. Look at me, I'm a retard.
Tell them how you got there, and I don't want to make you say what you got because it's so unworn dog-like.
And is there any need
like a tweet I got today?
Yeah.
Why should I take advice from someone that didn't even get 2,000? Well, don't.
Yeah.
Don't. Just don't take advice from me.
The thing is, if you took your own advice, you wouldn't have ended up with that rubbish score, would you?
I think the green screen scored more than you, dog.
We nearly lost him this week. We nearly lost the wall.
We
lost the whole
week.
week.
I've been in a state. I haven't shaved for the last 2 weeks.
I've
just been...
Yeah. You know how last year I'd send a message out to you on Sunday, Arvo, all right, fellas, off to the shed.
Yes.
And that usually meant that I'd go get a rope, tie it up, hang it on the shed, and threaten, to take my own life.
I'm thinking shotgun will be quicker.
When we get a message from him, off to get the gun.
No, it's inappropriate jokes. It's not even funny.
It's not funny.
No, but Warn Dog, I thought we'd lost him in terms of lost the website, lost everything. We weren't going to be a business anymore because the big fella was a bit down. Not getting 2,000, it's a bit unheard of, but I looked at his team because I thought, okay, one of us needs to be a step in here. Yeah, exactly. And no, it's not panic stations at all. You were on the wrong side of all the rookies.
Yes.
You had a couple of...
Spazbots.
Yeah, but they're premiums. They should bounce back for you this week.
I'm going to warn everybody here. If Warnie scores badly again, he's the type of person I reckon that would go on a shooting rampage.
Another shit joke.
Have you not watched the news this week?
It's not even funny.
You imbecile.
I'm just saying.
No, don't say it. It's not funny.
You're a bad
now,
take cover.
Here's something you actually can talk about that people would want to hear you talk about. Partial lockout. How does that work this round?
Oh, it's pretty complicated.
Look at this. I made a little graphic for this thing.
Oh, yeah?
This looks pretty. All right, so you can see there we've got a partial lockout tonight, 7:40 p.m. She is partial lockout for the Blues and the old Lions game.
Yep.
So we get a partial lockout there. Partial lockout will work just as normal as it has done over the last couple that we've had and all the ones that we've experienced. The only little difference is our reversible trades that I'm sure everyone's had a bit of a play with. I know I have. Have you done a trade to clip reverse?
No, I'm still not gutsy.
Can I say, I was nervous. I started to and then went, but what happens if it counts? I didn't do it.
I hacked into Dad's team to do it because I was too scared to do it with my own. Thanks, mate. So that's the thing. But as soon as partial lockout starts, there's no reversible trade. So really make sure if you're going to undo a trade, do it before 7:40 tonight and know that any trade from then on can't be undone. All right.
Wow, that's going to hurt a couple of people.
That's important. So all those people that are watching us now can actually know that.
Well, here's something else for you too. I just cringed when I saw this. A few people writing, "I'm going the loophole."
Yeah.
Do you know who? Yeah. And do you know who they're using as the loophole? Zorko.
Yeah.
They're gone.
Imbeciles.
Zorko's team is the Brisbane Lions, and they play tonight. So he'll be locked.
So you have to take well, you have to take him as captain, so you have to take
No,
him. You might as well
if
just
they're
click your
talking
C.
going the loophole, then they'd be putting the vice captaincy on Zorko.
No, the captaincy on him, because you've got to then take your
Zorko's
emergency.
not
No! What is wrong with these?
I don't know, but
How many times do we need to write it and try to explain it?
if you're in a position like that, just don't do it. Retreat. And
Go to the shed.
click it on Ablett
Go to
or
the shed.
Swan or someone like that.
Yeah.
Jesus.
All right, so that's the thing. Then the next game, or the actual full lockout, will take us to the 1:45 p.m. Saturday game, which is Essendon against Port Adelaide over at Etihad. Thing about that, we'll know the subs before that game, but we'll also know the subs of the next game, which is quite interesting for Roy and I here, thinking about some things with our Fremantle players, because it's Fremantle and Sydney is the second game. So we'll know the subs actually before that, and there's some things. We'll get to the teams in a moment, but if you can, hold off until, that last half an hour or so before 1:45, so that you've got all the info possible before you do any trades or lock anything in.
Yeah, that's interesting. I didn't even think of that. All right, we'll have a bit of a... No, actually, I'll tell you what we will do. Give out the golden stubby.
Oh, yeah. The first golden stubby of this year. Now, I've lost the actual golden stubby. I reckon someone's broken in here and...
Definitely.
Have you looked on eBay? It might be on there. Who knows?
Can't find it. Medals were, so it probably is.
We might... we'll be making some Easter holidays, so we might have a chance to actually...
Might get a new sponsor.
But yeah, we should be after a new sponsor.
Yeah.
Golden stub.
James Sky, isn't it?
Sky, what I got?
Yeah.
Super Dry.
Anyway, so that's something...
Paint that gold.
whatever we can do. All right, so golden stubby, who's looking after that?
No, I'll do it.
Oh, well, all right. You've probably
if we
got
can
him.
trust you to open your frigging mouth.
No, I've been for... Well, listen. It's got to be Brent Stanton.
Yeah.
Right.
He scored the highest points by about 17 clear of everyone else. And for anyone who's actually got him, bloody good pick. And there were a few guys who started the year that were going, well, why wouldn't you? Because he's had a great pre-season. He's an absolute DT pig / slut, and he's a gun. And finished last year in impressive style. He is a jet. Well done, Brent Stan. You are the first golden stubby for 2020.
And I've forgotten to put that little thing up there. It's a golden stubby logo.
Beautiful.
Anyway.
Well, it doesn't matter. You got it there.
Yeah, all right.
So, Brent Stan, well done, mate.
Congratulations, mate. Let's do this. Let's get straight into the teams, boys.
Yeah,
so, Roy, do you want to take us off for tonight? Anything we need to know for that?
My Blue Boys tonight, there's nothing we really need to know.
Subs are in.
Yeah. O'Brien and Russell.
Yep.
So no one should be too concerned with that. We're good to go. Next game, please.
All right, Bombers and Port. So this is our first, this is when the lockout all starts for this game. So the big things there, no changes for the Bombers that are needed to worry about. Maybe for Port, some people did think that they'd take a punt on John Butcher. I haven't really seen him in any teams, but, he might be there.
GC played a long time with that hamstring. He did that in quarter one.
Did he? Right.
So that's pretty gutsy by him.
That is very gutsy. Other things for Port, Robbie Gray hasn't come back in, where a few people thought about him, and we've got old mate Darren Pfeiffer still on the pine.
The other thing to note is...
sorry, it's an emergency.
And Renouf, the roof is on fire. He's still not back, meaning that Redden, and this is important.
Yeah, this is very important.
Redden is the sole ruckman for Port. We'll talk about Giles later on.
Who rucked last week when Redden went off?
Was that, Trengo, I think it was.
Right, okay.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's what that's looking like. Nothing big there. I guess quite a few people jumped on Dempsey. Quite happy with that. And he's on the radar for a few people for trades this week. If some people are thinking about getting rid of Lake, and he's sort of the number one pick there for that if it's a straight swap over.
Should I be concerned that Dyson Heppel, Mr. 60 in the first half, 15 in the second, is the last man on the interchange?
No.
Good.
But how sad was that?
It was, because I was all happy and then I was all depressed.
All right, Roy, Swans and Freo.
Right, now this is massive because we need to know, is Mumford going to be the sole ruckman?
Well, the Sea Biscuit.
The answer is yes.
Sea Biscuit.
He is, so all that bloody panic caused by the Swans Twitter account is actually nothing to worry about.
It's just little Johnny sitting there.
He is named second emergency by the look of it, the Sea Biscuit. So there's a chance he could come in, but at this stage, Mumford owners be pretty happy with that.
You two must also be really pumped that Broughton is named on the ball.
Oh well, yes, that must be going to happen then. just like all pre-season. He is going to play on the ball.
Oh, cool.
So, he's named on the ball. Yep. He's
Well, that's
going to
where
play
he'll
there.
be.
Yep.
Lock him in.
Someone
100
did
points.
tweet, though, geez, I hope Ryan O'Keefe's not back in this week. And he is.
Oh.
Because that could be his opponent. And go and do his Stevie J job. Do you think? Oh, God, I hate this game.
Yeah.
We're round 2.
Right, now...
You've got some little mail on brought, so haven't you?
Oh, I
You're
have,
not
but
believing
I
it.
don't
Don't
want
believe
to
it.
start rumours.
Yeah.
So, okay, here's the deal with Broughton.
Rightio.
I'm not a fan of trading early in the season,
No.
etc. However, I've got a rule that I obviously forgot to use this year. Don't pick players that really piss me off. And I did it because I picked Broughton.
Yeah.
What does he need to score this week to be safe in the Warn Dogs?
Really, probably
80.
70.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah.
What
You're-
about
you're
you?
being sensible.
Troy?
90. He needs it. This is his statistically. This is his best team that he plays against. He averages 100 against Sydney,
Yep.
and it's over 2 games.
All right. So for someone like me, my guy's Heath Shaw.
Yeah.
Okay. And yours is Broughton.
Yeah.
So let's say
And
for
he's
example,
got both.
and you've got both. G'day, Greenvest. But listen, what happens if Broughton scores under par for you?
Yeah.
Who will you turn him to? And then vice versa back on us. Who will we turn Heath
Well,
Shaw
this is
to?
another reason I'm a massive fan of not trading out first week.
Oh, you
because-
can't do first week.
But people are. 2 weeks of data is so much better than 1 because all pre-season I was watching Hanley.
Yep.
And week 1 he smashed it.
Yep.
Then you got to tell yourself it was against the Demons.
Exactly.
Remind yourself it was against the Demons who are woeful.
Yep.
So you get another week of looking at Hanley against quality opposition this
Yep.
week. So if he backed up with 100, I would be confident.
Yep.
Going straight to Hanley.
Definitely. And for
Birch.
me, yeah. Birch at the same time. He did that against Collingwood.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Do you know what though? He gets reasonable numbers against
Yep.
Collingwood. The team he plays this week, Geelong, Birch, not so reasonable.
I got one for you.
So if Birch backs up with a big one this week,
Then we know that he's...
that's going to be a reflection of his season. If he just gets his 80 or so, it's just old Birch.
Here's one for you.
Normal Birch.
What will Heath Shaw have to score? So let's say Broughton scores a 40. You've had enough.
Yeah.
What will Heath have to score
Yeah.
for you to come on to my
to
side?
the dark side.
Heath cost me a weekly win. He will never, ever.
No. What happens if he what? There's everyone's got their price.
Okay.
200.
If he breaks a record, if he gets 200,
He's in.
no, I'll still only consider it.
210.
In.
All right. Next game.
Next game. Let's get into that. Where are we down to? We're down to West Coast and Melbourne. So, nothing there. No changes to the West Coast. They're good. Melbourne, their changes. We've done a few. Aaron Davey. Nothing's next to his name. Has he been dropped?
It
I
wouldn't
reckon he
surprise
has,
me. He
yeah.
struggled.
He struggled. Yeah, you think with all the media stuff with him.
Yeah,
they
they
wouldn't
would
do
have
that. They
supported.
And that
Yeah.
Tynan, who some people might have gone with as the rookie, he's out as well. But the good news is, the Magnet is named on the
Now
ball.
went off
That's
injured.
good.
Went
Yeah.
off injured against the
Ankle.
Lions and got twisted under a tackle, so I believe. And we tweeted Melbourne during the week. Thumb up, he's okay. He even sent out a picture of him getting on the plane.
He
didn't
did.
So,
Okay.
good news.
Yeah, Davy's first emergency, so he's ready
Yeah.
made to replace him.
He would have got the flight.
Oh, they'll all be on the fly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, a thing here, this is an interesting one from left field. A lot of people that chased Kennedy's score
Yep.
last week got in Couch because and I thought it was a fair assumption as well.
He
They
might
thought
play, yeah.
he would be in by round 2 because they
Mhm.
need that in and under player that can get a bit of contested ball. He played well in the seconds,
Yep.
but he actually finds himself out of even the emergencies.
Yeah.
So if you've got him at the moment,
Hashtag bitten on
Got to
that.
worry.
Yeah.
well, you do.
Got to
You-
worry.
You do. He might not be.
He's got to be that guy that
Straight back
sits in your forward line that may scratch up 2 or 3 games for the year.
I like him.
He's
So,
got the
Oh,
dual-
so do I.
he's got the dual position stuff.
Yeah,
so
he's
if
a
you
good
use that
player.
well-
but mind you, as much as I do like him, there's cash cows fattening up
Yeah.
around him.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
So
what the game's
interesting.
all
I
about.
hope you enjoyed Kennedy's 100.
Adelaide Bulldogs, nothing to see here for Adelaide. Scott Thompson's 200th game. Might talk about that in Calvin's captains. He could be up and about. Porps is named at full forward, Roy.
It'll do. At least he's on the ground after that last effort.
He could have missed.
He could have. Now, he was even laughing it off. He was just a half
Yeah.
step off the pace. Oh, hang on. That was against Gold Coast, who are already a half step.
Oh.
He's going to be a full step
He was
off
a full
the pace
step.
this week versus
A
the Bulldogs.
cow step or a real step?
Shut up, Green Vest.
Now, with the Porpoise, few tweets into me this week. Should I trade Porpoise to Callanan? Now,
got him.
Bit reactive by some people. However, Callanan got a good score in the 90s and kicked like 5 behinds. It could have been a thumping 100.
It could have been 120.
A quote that I had
Bloody
about
hell.
this, Callanan does have more avenues to score points, Dream Team points,
He does.
than the Porpoise.
Yeah.
He fills the stat line. Porpoise doesn't. Hindsight kind of tells me that Callanan was probably, the better DTer out of the two. But would I trade Porpoise for Callanan? I would not trade one injury-prone guy for the next and then potentially get burnt twice. What's your little call about fool once or something twice? I'm a dickhead.
You've given it to me over the years, Roy. Burn me once, shame on you. Burn me twice, shame on me.
Yes, that's it. And that's what I think with Porps to Callanan.
Well, okay. For you to be tempted, once again, Porp scores a 50.
If Porp scores a 50 and Callanan gets 100, I'm doing it.
Oh!
Well, you'd be silly not to at least look at it,
Tassie boy
wouldn't you?
too.
Yep.
Well,
Legend.
yes, that I do like that.
Mm.
I like it.
All right.
All right,
Good news there, though, before we go away from that game, that Dixon is still hanging in there on the bench.
Same with old Clay, it was subbed out.
Oh,
That was one of the most
Hangs in
ridiculous
there.
things.
Like, he scored 30-something points, old Dicko, so...
Dicko.
Dicko scored, so...
Tory's he'll probably get the vest this week, won't he?
But he's still hanging in there. Right?
Christian Howard. A few people jumped on him as an alternative player. I know I did in that other game.
Yeah.
And I'm going to have to trade him out because he's hurt his knee, so probably gone for a few weeks. But yeah, he was like the mid-pricer that went wrong. And I think out of those three so far, we've got to say that Hargrave was the right pick, wasn't he?
Currently.
Out of those three, because those three were on the radar.
Yeah, for round one.
For round one, exactly.
He looked bloody hopeless. He was hopeless.
Collingwood versus Richmond. Let's go. Dane Beams is back in. Yagmore out.
Yeah.
Okay, after his thumping score last week.
What did he have?
I think it was 8, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
from 2 tackles, he didn't get his hands on the
Didn't
way.
he have a touch?
No,
Poor
I don't
dude.
think so.
Meaning that all those other guys like Clark and so on are all there. Steele on the ball, Pendle's on the ball.
Beams on a wing.
Swanee wing.
I'll tell you, Roy, you love a beamer, don't you?
I do love a beamer, and if he had played round one, I probably would have had him in.
Yep.
So what I'm hoping now is that Beamer, hopefully, he's named on the ground most likely, isn't he? Yeah, but if he could sneak a vest, in there,
That's dirty dream
it
team.
is dirty dream team, he will hopefully be my first player in
Yeah.
this year. Yeah,
Okay.
I've got a thing for Beamer, and yes.
Richmond, great thing. Jake King's back in, so someone will get it.
Him, most likely.
Dealing's up on that forward flank there. That's quite interesting.
Yeah.
But the good news for us is that Ellis is still there on a back flank, and Morris is in the back pocket.
I do not know how.
Yeah.
But
they were okay in the game. They just weren't a very good dream team.
Every camera shot of a forward marking the ball, I couldn't see any of them.
No, do you know what? This is the concerning thing. Every possession like that, I saw Morris.
Where was he?
About a metre behind.
Yep.
But at least Ellis had the decency to stay right out of frame. Morris, all I saw him do was get owned every time.
Oh,
The little albino.
I heard a couple of calls of the son of Peter Morris. Is that like he's like a father-son, isn't he?
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's something like that. The son of Peter Morris. Geez, he's trying hard.
He did, and I'll give him that.
He tried hard.
Like real hard.
Jesus.
Could be a couple of captains come from this game.
Whoa!
The Swan Pendles debate will live on for.
I reckon there will be a little hat coming on soon.
Yeah. So those two have to be on the radar. But where's Jackson? Did Jackson get a game? Because yes, he did. He will tag one of the two, and it's usually Pendles that he does tag.
We've spoken about that radar call.
Sorry.
All right.
People didn't see Southern Cross News.
Have a look on YouTube. Get on, you'll love it. Rightio. Going to our Sunday game, so we'll go through these quickly because they are the ones with the extended benches. Nothing to look at.
Oh,
really
look,
for
are
North
you
Melbourne.
guys
Does
driving
anyone
down?
have North Melbourne players?
Nah. Are you driving down to watch this game? Because it'll be
No.
a ripper. Down
It will be a
Hobart.
ripper.
It's a 2-hour hike for us. And you'd be struggling to get me to walk 2 minutes to the couch to watch this one.
All right, and GWS, I
Terrible.
guess the main news there is McDonald, if you've lived under a rock for the last 2 weeks, he's out suspended. He's 2 weeks out, so have that on your radar. Radar.
Why do you keep doing that?
I don't know, it's just in my vernacular. Now, the next one, the ins for them. Dean Brogan.
Damn it.
Dean Brogan is
This
in.
is it,
So, this is big. Giles is still named as the ruckman, okay? But what is this going to do to his scoring after a fantastic debut? And everyone's going, the 1-3 ruck combo looking good.
Yeah.
But, yeah,
He
so...
could quite easily bounce back with a 40 with Brogan.
Let's go for this, though. Brogan
Did they
is
even
on...
play a game together in the...
No,
I don't think they did.
Brogan's on extended bench. I don't think he'll play.
Really?
There you go.
Yeah, okay.
Let's look at it. Dom Tyson, sorry. He got bested last game.
Yeah.
Okay, I think he's a lock. Sam Reid. Is
Yeah.
he right?
I don't know.
I don't know if he's right.
He's
Brogan.
coming in.
Toby Green.
Green's definitely playing.
Green's definitely playing. So is Hoskin Elliott. So you can lock in Green and Hoskin Elliott. Tomlinson played last week and wasn't too bad. There's not enough room. Brogan, get out. Let Giles do all the work.
Just come down and coach, big fella.
Yeah, let him score the
The
points.
thing is, the beauty of the big Giles is that he can go forward and take a mark. He's got good hands. Canelio told us that firsthand.
As of right now, who's on your field? Redden or Giles? Dog.
As soon as I saw those teams, I went red and on.
Is that where it stays?
Well, I've got until Saturday to decide, but yeah, I think I'm...
D?
I'm sticking with Giles at this stage.
And I'm sticking with Giles too. Dog, maybe you should listen to us. Hey, Greenie over there.
I like green, it's nice.
So, yeah, do you know what else I took out of this? Dylan Shield, once again,
Really?
named on the ground. Now,
He's
he
going to be
burnt,
fine.
yeah, he burned us last week, us silly enough to put him on the ground when, Captain Hindsight, the kid had only played half a reserves game.
Yeah.
But he is going to smash out some hundreds this year.
He will.
Sure.
Just like that first quarter,
Definitely.
he was going to
Here's
get
the
100.
question for you. Will he be vested?
There is a chance.
There is a chance, but less now.
I don't
I
think
reckon
he will.
Sheeds is going to be one that will rotate that around because they're all kids.
I agree. I don't think he'll be vested this week. It's only the Kangaroos. It's
Giles
only
will
in
vest.
Hobart. Giles will not be vested.
Giles,
He's
Brogan
older.
will start with the green one.
No.
Sub
Do
off
you know what?
Giles.
No.
There is
He's-
no risk. No, but there is no risk of Giles being vested because he's the perfect age. He's basically
He's 24
in
years
the
old.
prime of his
He's-
career.
Yeah. You got to be resting the little 18-year-olds who can't take it. But yeah.
Exactly.
And Shield just ran out of juice. He didn't
Oh, yeah,
understand
he wasn't a match fit.
the pace of the game. Went out there. He actually kept up with the
I'm
pace.
sure
of the
he
game.
understood it, Vate. He had an injury that stopped him being up to the pace.
He didn't have an injury.
He's been injured all
Pre-season.
pre-season.
Oh no, I'm talking about Shield, not in this game.
What? That's what
He was not injured in the game that he got subbed.
He was underdone.
Yes, I agree.
He
Right.
understood that it was going to be quick. He's
Yes.
questioning his
No,
intelligence.
he kept up with the speed of the game
Yeah.
and could not cope.
Oh, but did he understand it?
I don't know. Ask him. Jesus.
No, I'm just questioning your statement. He did not understand
Only
the pace of the game.
Only top scored.
All
True that. And you pined
Let's
him.
play him. We've
And
got
you
2
sat
games.
here. You sat here and said he will be red vested.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll take it all back. You are right.
Let's play
Alright.
on. Count you are God. All right, Secura and
Count me
Gold
by
Coast.
God.
The Saints there. Bo Wilkes has been named on the extended bench. No one's probably stupid enough to do that. Oh, Goddard was good last week, so all those people that did
Oh,
go with
90.
him.
Was he 90?
Yeah, 96.
96.
Yeah, that's all right. That's what you're paying for him this year, really, aren't you? I think so.
Yeah,
Well,
bit
yeah,
under
what,
that.
100?
Bit under. And
Yeah.
so he's on the wing. Malera, he's still there, and he was quite solid, really. In this
Yeah,
game.
a lot of people talking about him.
Yeah, and then for the Suns, probably the big things there, no one really, because most of us don't have anyone, but old mate Aaron Hall, half
Oh,
forward flank, he's still
Just
there.
a quick, that's the interesting one. Josh Caddy, a lot went to him as a mid-priced lead.
They did.
Didn't probably score the numbers they wanted, and he finds himself on an extended bench with Carmichael Hunt.
Lenny Hayes did well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he was
He
good.
did enough. He got in the
Better.
90s.
Yep. Pushed 100.
Yeah, he was really good.
Oh,
Brendan
Nicky
Goddard.
Dowd too, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was good.
Yeah.
Goddard.
Dream team with him.
Goddard. Yeah, he loves
Again.
him.
Must be
Goddard against the Suns.
Yeah.
Last year, 150.
Oh,
People talking about him as a potential captain.
Well, I don't want to talk. Well, I'm getting a lot of comments on Dao Santo, Goddard, those guys as captain. Not going to talk about it later because I don't really like talking about it. But Dao Santo, 154 last time he played Gold Coast, and he's coming off a 115 last week. He slotted in at number 4 on Callan's captain.
Did he? Dao Santo?
Yep, number 4.
Dr. DT would be pumped with
Dr.
that.
DT would be jizzing his pants. He would be so excited about it. And that after Scotty Thompson had 135 on him last week. So
they're easy to score against.
Easy to score against, like they had been before. And Dao Santo should be wicked.
Yeah.
All right, boys, finally, let's get into the Easter Monday game, which is Geelong and Hawthorn. News. Billy Smet's still there, back pocket. Great news. We've got rid of Matthew Scarlett because he is suspended, which was justified. He should have lost 2 games just for the fact that it was on old mate Ballantyne. But what that really does, Buddy, who's taking Buddy?
Well, Taylor always goes to Buddy anyway, so it's not a huge issue.
Will that just let him run around a little bit more?
A touch more, and people are going, it's not going to make much of a difference. It will make a difference.
The forward 50 of Geelong is harder to get the ball in if Scarlett's
roaming. Exactly.
100% agree.
Whether he's your direct opponent or not.
Because Roughhead has been named this week.
Has he?
I'm not he's named on the bench. Yeah. I'm not 100% sure whether he is going to play. But yeah, who knows what's going to happen there. I think most of those are all pretty stock standard. Christensen, Guthrie, that Hall and Smith's been named this week, and Big O are on the bench. And Big O, no.
He's struggling, isn't he? Like he was the number 1 locked player about probably 2 months ago.
Yeah.
And now everyone is just like, oh dear, Big O, dear.
Yeah, so subbed out, not a big score. Named last on that extended bench.
I hate that spot. Someone's got to get it, but gee, does it have to be
good.
It's a long way into the team from that last spot on the extended.
Well, who they got? Burns, probably not. Hunt, probably, maybe. You think Christensen would be?
Yeah.
Guthrie, I think, is good enough to be there.
Yeah, well...
Jeez, it's a dodgy bench.
Yeah.
Hunt and Christensen will both play like that.
That's a dodgy bench.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Big O, he's in a world of trouble here, but you can't rely on Trent West.
No.
In the ruck solely, so... Yeah, well, that's one we'll have to wait and see there.
Alrighty, let's go. Calvin.
What?
You know what you got to do now.
What?
Whack on your app.
Oh, man.
No, Roy! Who's on your read?
No, you can't say that.
Keep in character.
No, I can't do the voice the whole time.
Okay.
Listen, right.
Okay.
You get me a beer.
I will. And
hey, I haven't updated my team yet.
No,
what time does this game start?
I'll get you a
We've still got a
beer,
little bit
pick
of
your
time.
captain, you know, and I'll do it.
Right,
What do I look like? Right, stop it. Let me just focus on what I'm doing.
Alright, I'm going to whack up the image and you just start talking. Go.
Right, yeah. Number 1, Dane Swan, just over Pendlebury, right?
Right.
And this is why. Right, listen to this. Swan has averaged 130 on Richmond in his last 3, 131 in his last. All right? Compare that to Pendle's.
Right.
113 in his last 3, 121 on his last. So therefore, Swan gets the tick on that, right?
Yeah.
Last game, Pendlebury did have 132. Swan had 102. Pendles gets the tick. Pendles only had 2 more touches, right? And this is what we're going for today. Swan had 1 tackle, 3 marks. People have been questioning, is Swan actually going to come out and play the way that he usually does? He had 31 touches. That's awesome against a quality team like Hawthorn. He plays Richmond, right? So, I did my research. Last year, Swan had 1 tackle. He had it in round 4.
Yep.
Round 5, he had 7. Round 14, he had 1 tackle. Round 15, he had 7. I'm not saying he's going to have 7 tackles, but he's going to be more intense.
Yeah.
He'll tackle more people this week. He will still knock up his 30, maybe 33, 34, 35 touches.
God. I think 40.
Okay, lock him in for 40, Roy.
Yeah.
So 40 touches, 6 to 7 tackles, and he's got you 140 points for you.
He's going to get 40 touches, 5 tackles, 4 marks.
Now, you told me that Buckley came out and said what during the week?
I saw in a press conference, Buckley said, they asked him about Swan, and Swan said he's still not where he needs to be or wants to be, something along those lines. But he said Swan can get 30 touches in his sleep. He'll go out there and get 30 touches every game, but he needs to work both ways, which you would think be a bit of a nudge. You had no defensive side of your game, whether he meant getting back or whether he meant actual tackling. But you look at the tackles column and you would think tackling was one thing he was talking about.
Look, and I predict Swan to score 126 and Pendle's 124. Now looking at that, I could probably bump that up by another 5 or 6. But
I think you could do them both by 10.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, Swan and Pendle's very much of a toss of a coin. But if you are flipping a coin, I'll go heads, and that's Swan. The other one to look at is Ablett. Now Ablett, number one pick. Number one pick last week. I had Gary Ablett.
Yeah.
Equals second top scorer in the whole comp.
Well done.
Thank you, Calvin. Now he plays.
Why didn't you have Stanton in your top 5?
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Because I can't have everyone.
Yeah.
Isn't that funny? People actually wrote to me and go, Calvin, why didn't you have Stanton number 1?
Did they do that?
No, and I was like, oh, I should have, shouldn't I? Dickhead. Like, good call. Anyway, so Ablett plays St Kilda.
Yeah.
Always gets the Clinton Jones tag, but it doesn't really bother him. But
it sounds ugly.
It sounds ugly, but he still does well.
Gold Coast, Etihad, St Kilda.
He had 118 on him last time and still had 34 touches.
Oh God!
So he'll be okay. And of course, as I said, D'Alessandro number 4, Scotty Thompson in at number 5, had 128 in his last. He actually averaged around about 120 on him last year. He'll be really good. But this is amazing. His average at Amy Stadium is worse than many, many grounds around Australia.
Really?
91 in his last 5 games there.
Thompson.
And what did he average last year?
He had 107 or something. Yeah, 91 in his last 5 games at Amy. Struggles. Hey, he'll come out and still have 120, so don't get me wrong. But the big one is this. Matty Boyd. Do not pick Matty Boyd.
There's been a lot of criticism.
Hasn't there? But they do it every year, Roy.
They do.
Matty Boyd has not had 100 against the Crows in his last 5 games.
Yeah.
And every year, for probably the last 3 years, I go, don't pick him. Don't pick him. Oh, Calvin, he'll smash it this week.
He's coming off 150.
Good on you. 5 times straight. I've been, well, actually, I'm going to say 4 times straight I've been right. Not yet.
You're a genius.
Well, last year, Dr. Dream Team.
Yeah.
He went, Matty Boyd, captain at Etihad against Adelaide. And I was like, hey, Dr. Dickhead, bad move, mate. Don't do it.
Don't be so harsh.
I like him.
He has improved a hell of a lot this year with
Doctor.
Everything.
Yeah. Even his attitude towards the game, dog.
He's a happier person.
Isn't he? I'm like, I wrote to him during the week and said, hey, Doc, heads up. Don't make the same mistake. Oh, Calvin, yeah. Thanks for reminding me, you know.
You're a legend. You're all good about it now. You two are...
No, because he was angry, Roy. He didn't listen.
Yes,
He wrote back and said, thanks, Calvin. You're the best at picking captains. You're a sexy pirate. That sort of stuff he wrote back. So, anyway, that's Calvin's
He must have you
captain.
on his radar.
So why do that again? You don't need to do that again.
No, sorry.
Right, so our Twitter accounts have been running hot. We've got, what's yours?
At Warnie DT.
At Calvin DT, and yours is at Troy, dude.
Oh, that'd be right. Always trying to get me, aren't you?
What?
Always trying to nab a few followers.
What's yours at? At Destroy.
At Roy DT.
Oh, God, okay. God, be original, copy us. Sorry,
How about
Troy.
you stop hashtag.
All right, let's get into this. We want to do this quickly because there's 25 minutes to the
Right,
game.
we need to
You got 2 minutes. Go,
All
Doc.
right, first one here is from Rob Griffin. He's our mate who talks all the GWS stuff for us.
Yep.
Hey, Warnie, tuned in from Thailand. He just had his wedding. That must be his honeymoon. Question: what would you boys need to see from Rocky, Gibbs, or Robbo to keep the Vice score? Calvin, you're the man for that.
120. Don't be greedy, you selfish pigs. 120. D.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to change my answer just because I heard you then. 120.
Yeah, we've
That's
actually discussed this.
120 is
It's
the
a 120.
correct answer there. All right, let's have a look.
What
here.
about 119.
I don't know. I think I wouldn't do it. Oh, no, I wouldn't do it. Actually, I've got something.
What?
If Ablett is who you were going, I would take the 119 this week. I think Pendles and Swan
130, 140.
could actually go huge this week.
180.
Yeah.
Is there going to be a person?
No, 120. I'm still sticking with
120.
120. Yeah.
Dog.
All right. Let's go through them. We haven't got a hell of a lot of bloody.
No, no one likes it.
No
one does ask us many questions. No, seriously.
You know, like, after my rant last week, how about I went, oh, read Calvin's captains, don't write to me and say, oh, who should I go captain? That was my most popular tweet. People would write, hey, Calvin, read your article, great work. Who should I go captain? Smiley face.
Yeah,
Like,
that's good training.
Oh, it was funny. Yeah, it was funny.
All right,
Harry Butler's saying, according to the Lions coaching staff, Goldie's playing a lockdown role. Do I get him out or wait on him?
He scored 75 last week, so lockdown or not, the kid scored.
And you wait. You wait for at least one more week, mate, and see how make a decision.
The lockdown role did look very bad early, and none of us would have seen that coming in the pre-season. However, he came home late to score more than Shaw and bloody Broughton. So
now this guy here, Thomas Miller, wants to know if Mitchy Rowe was a smoking for the loophole.
What, can I just say something here, Dog? Because this, that's a great question. Every player is a smoky for the loophole. Any guy that you are not putting as your number one captain, like if you actually think Rocky is the best pick for captain, put him as your captain. Anyone else in this game is a smoky.
Yeah.
And be risky, be unique, go stupid. It's a second chance. It's unique. We don't get this everywhere.
Yeah.
So don't go, oh, I reckon that Mark Murphy is a smoke. Well, just lock him in. It doesn't matter. And then fix it up later on. Everyone's a smoky. Just enjoy the second chance. Out.
Sensational. All right. Last question here. We'll go from Damien Smith. I love his thing. Shitbrick74 is what his Twitter thing is. Hey, mate, with Luke Parker being named, what do you think? Yeah, that was interesting, wasn't it? We probably glossed over that a bit quickly.
Yeah.
Being named, what do you think his chance of copping the green vest are?
Reasonable.
And the good thing for you there, Damien, is that you'll know the subs before full lockout.
Yeah.
So make sure you check that out and see that. Obviously, if someone is vested or you're really worried about them being vested or it's been talked up in the media or something, get them on the bench.
Takes two to sub.
Don't trade them or whatever. But, geez, that's really relevant there. Takes two to sub for that. Yeah. Good stuff. All right. I reckon that's just about time for our thing. Sorry that this has been very rushed because it is a pre-lockout edition, pre-partial lockout. We'll be back a bit different next week. We're going to make some real pretty things over the Easter holidays and make it look a bit nicer. And
design yourself a different green vest or something to wear.
And hopefully I'm wearing whatever I want to wear.
Will he wear a green vest again?
I'm paying pretty short.
Yeah, he's favourite, but I'm knocking on the door.
Look at your confidence over there.
What can I say?
So you're the meathead of the week. Eh?
Meathead. Hey, support the sponsors. Support the sponsors.
All right, guys. Good luck this week.
And, don't forget all the lockout stuff.
Anyway, thanks for watching, guys.
Bye.